Hello students, moving on to the next topic in computer graphics. So we are in the fourth module, right? So the next one is uh, basic illumination models. Of course, fourth module in the sense module number 3, but for us it is the fourth module, right? So basic illumination models, light emitting objects in a basic illumination model are generally limited to point sources. Many graphics packages provide additional functions for dealing with the directional lighting or spotlight and extended light sources. Here, basic illumination model in the sense we are going to model the object along with the properties of light material interaction. We are going to model the object along with, it should look like near real world object, isn't it? If you how does the brass metal looks, right, when a ray of light or when a ray of light from sun or whatever the actual source hits a particular surface on the particular surface of the brass material, then how does it looks? The portion looks shiny, isn't it? So such effects we are going to simulate using our graphics package. For that, modeling is required. So illumination model, basic set of models, illumination models to be defined for that purpose. There are various properties of illumination model we'll be discussing here. The first one is ambient light. Okay, properties of light, you can say. The first one is the ambient light. So this produce a uniform ambient lighting. Ambient in the sense uniform distribution. Okay, uniform ambient lighting that is the same for all the object, and it approximates the global diffuse reflection from various illuminated surfaces. For ambient light, the entire surface looks same. Okay, for example, wall, the painted wall, particularly you can consider a classroom, one side of the classroom. How does the wall looks white color, right? So entire surface of the particular corner looks same. That is what this particular yeah, for such type of modeling we go for ambient light modeling. Reflections produced by ambient light illumination are simply a form of diffuse reflection. We call it as diffuse reflection, and they are independent of the viewing direction and spatial orientation of this surface. This is because the entire surface we are considering almost the entire surface which looks same, right? That is what we are considering. However, the amount of the incident and the amount of the incident ambient light that is reflected depends on the surface optical property, which determine how much the incident energy is reflected and how much it is absorbed. That is depends on the types of the object you are defining, material property of the object you are defining. Fine. We'll be discussing much or in detail about them later. These are the basic definitions. Yeah, that is about the ambient light. Next, as well as ambient reflection. Next is about the diffuse. Next type, diffuse reflection, it is called as. We are talking about the modeling of the, okay, please understand, we are talking about the modeling illumination model we are discussing about. Next is the diffuse reflection. The incident light on a surface is scattered with equal intensity in all the direction. The incident light, the light which hits a particular surface, okay, which is scattered with equal amount of intensity in all the direction independent of the viewing position. So such type of modeling is called as, or reflection is called as, diffuse reflection. Such surfaces are called ideal diffuse reflectors. They are also referred to as Lambertian reflector, another name. Okay, because the reflected radiant light energy uh, from, yeah, the reflected radiant light energy from any point on the surface, from any point on the surface, which is calculated using a law called as Lambert's law. We'll be seeing about the definition of the Lambert's law later. Keep this in mind. Of course, Lambert's cosine law, it is saying, it is called as, this law states that the amount of radiant energy coming from any small surface area, say it is dA, in a direction, say phi n, relative to the surface normal, is proportional to the, it is proportional to the cosine of the angle, that is cos of phi n. That is what they are saying. Let's see how to represent it and all. Okay, So this is what the diagrammatic representation. Thick wall type of surface you can see, right? Two angular, the angle of incidence as well as angle of reflection is considered here as a vector. So incidence and reflection, the angle is marked as phi n. Okay, this is marked as phi n. So in diffuse reflection, the intensity is computed as a ratio of the radiant energy per unit time to entire area, projected area. Okay, intensity which is equal to radiant energy per unit time divided by ratio, okay, projected area. So intensity is directly proportional to the same thing, the radiant energy per unit time, which is defined as cos of phi n as per Lambert's law, cosine of the phi n divided by dA into cos of projected area. Of course, it is the multiplication of the two values. One is cos phi n in multiplication with the dA, the base. Okay, since it is marked as a constant value. Okay, fine. Assuming that every surface is to be treated as an ideal diffuse reflector, in that case the surface is called as Lambertian surface. So much about the Lambertian surface let us discuss once again, because nicely it is explained in the textbook. Okay, once again I'll explain the same thing, the Lambertian concept, Lambertian surfaces. Okay, using our textbook, because diagrams as well as explanations are nicely given. Of course, you can have to go to the contents, because these equations and all are very important. Please go through the contents. Assuming that every surface is to be treated as an ideal diffuse reflector, so the ideal diffuse reflector is called as Lambertian surface, can set a parameter, say kd, for each surface that determine the fraction of the incident light, incident light that is to be scattered as a diffuse reflection. The main thing is equal amount of intensity. Please remember, in case of diffuse reflection, what happens? Equal amount of intensity, the ray of light which hits the surface. If it is a Lambertian surface, then equal intensity of light is distributed in all the directions, okay, of the surface. That's it. So this parameter is called as diffuse reflection coefficient, kd, or diffuse reflectivity. The ambient contribution to the diffuse reflection at any point on the surface is given as AI, ambient contribution for the diffuse reflection. Okay, ambient contribution for the diffuse reflection, which is equal to the constant term for coefficient of diffuse reflection, kd, in multiplication with intensity of the ambient light. This is what they are saying as per Lambertians. Okay, fine. Please go through these equations as well as contents, make a note of it. Let's continue our discussion in the next video. Thank you for watching.